We're joined now by Tunde Bank Anthony, who is a member of the APC. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
And of course, we had reactions even before today that the PDP, lots of meetings going on now. Of course, they're not happy about that movement. And the senator just said, look, between now and December and thereafter, we'll have to just keep praying according to his words. He says he's been there, he's done that, he knows how these manipulations work. That must have been part of the calculations for the APC, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say that. But if you look at the fundamental of this issue, this speaker was not wanted by PDP. Even his deputy wasn't wanted by PDP. But they believed they felt they were popular enough among their peers to come out as Speaker of the House and reach out to opposition, which is politics. And they were able to convince their peers, and they emerged as the Speaker and Deputy Speaker, with the help of all the parties in the House of Representatives. They were not PDP creation. And with due respect, in this republic, this is the best Speaker we've had so far. No major crisis since he became Speaker.
Is it because he's not a member of the APC?
No, I'm serious. I'm talking from when he was a PDP member. If you look at the first Speaker, Buhari, he was out of office. Now that came, he had problem with the Obasanjo so many times. Masari, the same thing. Do you understand? Ete was there, the Meji was there, and we have a smooth sailing now, for God's sake. So if you guys decide to cross to another party, it's not in another crisis. Senator is just being melodramatic for nothing.
No, but he said that the APC had done a similar thing about the budget. They told their members, don't pass the budget. And so he anchored his comments based on that, saying, look, we've seen it happen before. So if they did it at that time, now that the Speaker has been fully declared as a member of the APC, what makes us think they can't do it again?
See, the point is that let's put Nigeria on the table and put politics aside. Do you understand me? There are fundamental issues regarding the budget. And at the end of the day, it was resolved between the members of the House. He said the public persuaded them, no, they have the mandate of the people. Parliament is sovereign. You understand? So let's put things the way they are. Temporary leaving PDP will not bring Nigeria to a standstill. If what we are doing, we believe in Nigeria and we do it well. Like you said, America today has a Republican as a Speaker.
Yeah, but isn't their case different? Because when you see national issues, they pull together. But some have said, look, when it's over here, our politicians are selfish, they look for their interests first, and if they tell you there's anything that's national interest, they're just deceiving us.
But I could tell you that, and you could say that, you are the journalist. This guy as Speaker, has he deliberately neglected any national issue compared to others? There has been no rift between him and Mr. President. He has been able to manage the situation even when he was being accused as an APC member. He will tell you, I'm the Speaker of the House. I owe my duty to every Nigerian.
Do you think the question of morality in politics, in Nigerian politics, is relevant? Or does it have a place?
Very, very relevant. It's a shame. I admit to you, I'm a politician, it's a shame. Don't forget that PDP started it. They left the back door open. That is the truth. Senator Ogunleye that was here was an AD member. Got to the House. In 2002, he went to PDP. There was no crisis in AD. That was the truth. He went to AD. I'm sorry, he went to PDP. He was a PDP candidate for senatorial seat when he was in AD. And later worked for an election, lost, became a minister. So are so many people who did that in 2002, who went to AD for PDP from the Southwest because of OBJ. So
would it be fair then to say, looking at all these movements from one political party to the other of our politicians, would it be fair to say that no principles?
Well, to an extent, because if half of PDP were in AD before, right, and half of APC are now in PDP, understand me? So it's like It's about common interest.
To realize this selflessness to serve.
Selflessness to serve now is becoming a second issue. One of the things that's so clear, we have an ego problem in our politics. You understand me? Hey, so many things. It's about where you come from, who you are. Look at the First Republic. How was an Ijebu man if it was built in Ile-Ife? The money from cocoa was from Ondo State. Cocoa was built in Ibadan. Do you understand me? I mean, if you look at the way they developed, look at Akpabio Bello. He's a Sokoto man. Kaduna was developed. But now, even your press will tell you, Sulaiman, okay, you are a governor. What have you done in your village? When you are not needed.
But again, the leaders are still trying to keep that, because some will still say, look at oil, but Abuja and some other places have been developed. So it's the same mindset, the same philosophy that these founding fathers had then that we're still seeing. But now we're talking about individuals that are there. We recall that these same people you have mentioned were also in parliament then, where we had parliamentary systems. But again, their regions benefited. But what we're saying today, taking a cue from Chamberlain's question, is the question of the people, the communities, the development of those places. Is that the main reason why some of these people have actually crossed the carpet?
Some of them, I could argue for that reason. Some, purely personal interest and ego. That is the truth. That is the truth. Some of them for community reason, that you know what, I could do better with my people there. I could give a better representation to my people there. But some people, when they are not able to achieve their political gain, they want to move. But the speaker does not fall under that category.
Well, our guest...
excuse me, by Nigerian radar, he's number 4 citizen. Do you understand me? It's not relevant. If speculations are right, that he's going to become a governor, there are 36 governors in Nigeria. He will only be one of them. We have only one speaker. So if for his own, there must be a fundamental reason why he wants to cross.
No, but we said it and we played it yesterday. I mean, no one wonders the reasons for his moving from the PDP to the APC. How does that benefit Nigerians?
How does that benefit Nigerians, right? If he should become a governor of the state, he will do better.
That's if.
That is it.
It's not certain.
Let's see what will happen after the if, because he has been there. What he said yesterday, he has never criticized the government PDP when he was a PDP member the way he did yesterday, because his position is very clear. The speaker is part of government. Even when there's a tie, he has to follow the government. Doesn't have a choice. So that is very clear.
I'm sure you agree as a politician that this is a very, very dangerous move he's made. And our guest yesterday said, well, it has become the tradition of the APC to disappoint people when they jump ship to come under the banner of the APC. And he was trying to name some few names who thought they were going to have the ticket. By the time they moved to the APC, they were never given any chance. So if the speaker has left, not if, now that the speaker has left and he goes to his state, that is if he's not going to go for the presidency. We're always talking about the state. What if he wants the presidential ticket?
Thank you very much. You know something? I'm a politician, right? If the speaker decide, we are not PDP. PDP only printed one form for presidential election. Can you imagine that? And these are the people they want us to believe that they can give us a better election come next year. When you can only print one, something that was saying there is party rascality. Does he know whether Baleba was a PDP member in Bauchi State or not?
Mr. Benton, yes. I think if we're talking about the one form, the singular form, it would seem as if the PDP has done something even better than your party. No, because before now, one offshoot that made up the APC now we have seen cases where even no forms. People just raised people's hands. People switched senatorial districts. A man who was ordinarily on for maybe senatorial district A will now move to senatorial district B and come out as a candidate. So what is worse than that? Than printing just a singular form?
There's a lot wrong with it.
There's a lot.
We had a sitting president in Nigeria, in this republic, Obasanjo. He went through primaries. He had even his party chairman challenging him. So what are you scared for? What is this really about?